Welcome back to Soda City Live. The Uhuru Village is hosting their annual soiree at the end of this month with the theme, Securing Our Future with the Seeds We Plant Today. The goal of this event is to support the Uhuru Farms, a community teaching gardening over in the Lower Richland community. Joining us today is Iya Keontae Washington, and we have Director of Institutional Advancements, Lashaya Washington. Their sisters are joining us today to tell us a little bit more. And Lashaya, she's the Director of Creating Your Own Reality. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes,
Absolutely.
It is such a pleasure to have you. I think we all had the right idea with yellow. And before we start today, we have to give a shout out to the third wheel, your other sister who wasn't able to make it here today.
Kendra.
But this is a family affair. I know many people are familiar with the Uhuru Academy, which is you all's school, but some people may not be familiar with the garden. So let's start with some of the things that you all do, and then we'll kind of segue into what the soiree is and your garden.
Certainly. So Uhuru Academy, Uhuru is Swahili for freedom. So UASC International Learning Center is Uhuru Academy, South Carolina International Learning Center. We began 9 years ago. We're concluding our 9th year. So grateful for that. Give thanks. And actually after COVID, we said we're educating these children to fly high, to be more than, right? We're talking real estate, stocks, Toro, everything that we do in our lives, we're teaching them now. So they don't have to wait for the real world because they're in it, right? Then we said, well, COVID happens, we got to feed ourselves. If we're talking about really being sovereign and being able to take care of one another and the community, how do we do that? So Uhuru Farms began from that, and the soiree is to celebrate our growth and expansion.
Absolutely. And talk about this teaching garden, if you want to speak more to that, Lashaya. The teaching garden, what types of things do you do there, and what do you grow?
Okay, absolutely. My favorite thing that we grow is mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
It's the most simplest organism, and when I say simple, it can grow in a log, and the children know what to look for. They're learning that information now. Right now, right? They're learning, okay, we know how to grow it, we know how to feed ourselves from it. Now let's take care of the community with it.
Yes.
We can even sell it to stores, right? Because I don't know if you know this, but lion's mane mushroom a little pack can cost you about $15.
Wow.
And we're like, I can grow that for about $2.
Know how to inoculate mushrooms.
And that's what they're learning. They're learning those hands-on skills so they can feed themselves, feed the community, and then make a profit from it.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
All right, that's business right now. I'm not, like she said, waiting for the real world. When I'm 18
that's
and
a
I'm
rude awakening. When you get into the world and you're like, okay, wait a minute, I don't know how to do this. But there's a lot of adults that don't know how, that's one of those lost arts, agriculture. And so you all are teaching children life skills. And I know a lot of people may not even realize that cultivation is life skills. Horticulture is a life skill, because you never know, knock on wood, that there might be a time where you might need to know how to do that. So how is this event going to support you all's efforts with your teaching garden?
So as Lashaya said, we're diving deeper into the world of the mycelium network, the world of mushrooms. And so our focus this year, last year, we built a 20 by 40 hoop house, and so we're able to grow all seasons to be able to feed ourselves and the community, right? Because with every farmer knows, with gardening and growing things, there will always be a surplus. And so what do you do with that? You share it with the people you love, right? The people in your surroundings. And so this year's soiree is to help us expand our mycelium education, to be able to provide even things like therapeutic uses with mushrooms, helping restore the soil, helping with water retention in soil. So it's bigger than, oh, we can eat these mushrooms. It's we can help restore the planet through the mycelium network and the mycorrhizal network.
That's beautiful. And what's going to be taking place at this soiree?
So we will be highlighting our 9 years as Uhuru Academy, South Carolina. It's a celebration, really and truly. And we'll be showcasing some of the young ones. They've been in a digital creators class, so learning how to do exactly what you all do right here for themselves. if you have a business, a lot of them do. They're in their entrepreneurship module.
The kids have business.
The kids.
The children have businesses.
The children,
Absolutely.
yes. That will be showcased at the soiree as well.
Yes. And so a part of their education was, how can I market my own business? How can I create content for my own business? So then I'm not asking my mother to ask all her coworkers.
Yeah.
I'm putting out my own ads.
Well, we're running short on time, but I want to make sure our viewers have the information that they need. This event is going to be happening in the Lower Richland area, the Busby Street Community Center. The address is right there on your screen. Friday, May 31st, and it's going to be from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Those details we'll have online, but I believe that there's also details on Eventbrite where you all are selling tickets as well. But I want to thank you both so much for joining us. I know we could talk all day. One quick question. They're also learning how to cook these things, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, there's no way they wouldn't be growing and not going to show you how to cook it as well. But ladies, thank you so much for joining us. We'll love to have you back on as always. Maybe you can show us a thing or two about mushrooms and cultivation. Also, but we're going to take a quick break. We're going to actually hand over into the kitchen. Ironically, we're going to be cooking there. So make sure you stick with us. We have more on the other side right here.